I think that's the plan for moving over to our paid cam streams.
Hey everyone.
Ollie
How
wasn't
doing?
expecting that.
No, I would. I get when I'm going live, and Dean or Neil are saying something where I can tell there's a bit. I'm very worried. Just in general, gives me worry. So, after killing that strange rocky creature, now your gold and some rocks, some shiny rocks and gemstones are starting to sort of spill out from it as it kind of died and projected its stomach contents.
Indira would try to help gather.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill might as well. I mean, there's some.
Gilwyn's gold is mostly in a coin pouch. There's a little bit spillover.
Oh well, if there's gemstones floating, then it's like a pinata, right?
Just you grab what you can.
Yeah.
The gemstones look like they might have been quite well cut before. They look deteriorated, digested. But they're still, like, they could be recut into smaller, still quite valuable gems. They've still got value to them, obviously. Maybe even repairable by magical means, who knows. But yeah, I would say just give yourselves, like, a big bag of semi-digested gemstones.
I'm on it. I give myself a big bag of semi-digesteds.
I like me the semi-digesteds.
Gemstones.
Now, out of curiosity, if I mending one of the gemstones, does it work?
I appreciate you healing a gem and not me.
I'm just sorry. Were you asking for
I'm
healing?
kidding.
I would say it does. I would say that does fix it. It would take you days to fix all of these, but also you are.
Yeah, I imagine Knight just grabs like a small one and quickly
tests
runs a card.
It would take more than. No, it's casting time a minute. So yeah, over a minute you do kind of brush away the parts that have been more eaten,
well,
fix
it
it to a
repairs a
degree.
single break or tear.
Exactly. It doesn't
As
reconstitute them as big
Yeah.
as maybe they were, but it does remove the damage to the gem, so they end up being
Adds
of higher
their
quality.
luster back, yeah.
That's it. Exactly.
Oh,
you just like.
I didn't know that you had this spell. Amelia had it as well. Could you use it on my sword?
Oh yes, certainly. Of course, I generally use it for mending my own clothes, but certainly it comes across just basically wipes a card across your sword a few times, and yeah, like that, pretty much to fix it.
And your comet blade returns its luster.
Yay! That went well.
Gil, you seem to be rather hurt.
Red
I'm like-
leaking from him.
Fetal position, rolling backwards and forwards.
I apologize. I was slightly distracted by the gems.
At least you're honest.
I did that exact same thing in the Monday game. In fact, I think it was a very nearly identical roll as well.
Similar.
Yeah.
Thank
A
you.
1, a 6, and a 6, I think, that time.
It doesn't hurt to breathe anymore. That's good. I'm really sorry about that, guys. That's my bad.
Well, I am sorry for being of no use in that fight. It was rather a tight tunnel to get out of.
I think instead of having feelings, we should have initiative and search for a wand and get out of here ASAP.
Yes, that's quite a good idea, really. You know,
Not that I don't appreciate you and what you feel. It's just kind of less pressing right now.
in terms of ideas, you know, I really rate that quite top notch. You know, that's up there, maybe top 2 even, you know.
Well, we've certainly got quite an imposing place to explore, haven't we? That giant skeleton.
Yes. Before you is giant skeleton that easily could have been 40 foot tall when it was alive. There's some degree of clothing still on it. There's a crown that sits a little awkwardly now because some flesh and...
What's the crown made of?
Hard to tell. But in one of its hands, where it rests on the edge of the throne, where the arms of the thrones are sculpted to look like lions, is in its hand a wand of, it looks like almost looks like two wands that twisted together in a helix. Goes to a fine point with a sort of broader handle. Of course, to any of you, it would be a full-on staff. But that is probably the wand of Borogon.
So, last time we tried to take something from someone who was dead. In fact, no, the last 2 times we had some slight issues. Does anyone speak giant? Or know how to exorcise ghosts?
It is not my speciality, but the blessing of my lady does grant me some meager ability to at least make them flee. I'm going to walk up, not touch it. I'm just having a look at the skeleton and such, like seeing if I can. I don't know if there's a way I can like. I don't have a sort of like a paladin's channel divinity, which allows like sensing of undead and celestials. But if I like open my senses,
religion check or so,
yeah,
to try and see if you will get any kind of. I can see that. Yeah, go ahead. See what you can see. This isn't the first skeleton you've noticed here. Most of the other ones have been kind of, embedded in the coral or kind of mushed up against the ceilings or in rubble. You don't see any kind of warding or anything on it, but you have heard in the north, inspired by giant rituals, barrows like this are usually protected by a kind of godly undead that most likely would be summoned if you tampered with the corpse. I don't mean godly in power, like a kind of celestial undead. Usually called hall crawlers, because usually long burial barrows with long halls and things. But this isn't a deliberate burial ground. This is kind of an accidental one.
I do not believe that the skeleton itself is likely to rise. I do not get any sense of it. But I have heard tell in the north of protectors of such tombs, although it is difficult to say for certain whether we will encounter one here, given that this was presumably not an intentional tomb. But it is likely not the sort of thing that can be reasoned with, if there is one.
Good thing this isn't in the north, then. I was worried for a moment there. But as you say, we have nothing to fear. And
I would urge caution. This is giant kin. They were closer to the gods than we are in these days.
Vale raises an eyebrow at you.
I mean, I will be honest, I do not think we have any other recourse than to try and take the wand and fight if any guardian that there is. I would just be cautious, because there is likely to be something of great strength if it does exist.
You have used a spell on that rapier of yours, no? So that you could figure out how it worked, yes?
I did not personally use the spell, but yes.
He got someone to do the spell on it.
Well, that is useless.
Gil, he doesn't identify himself.
Can you use such a spell?
Nope.
That is also useless.
You used to have a man for this.
So, if we use the wand, we can simply use it to raise the castle above the sea level.
If we can understand how to use it.
If we can understand how to use it.
Let's night.
Honestly, I think that's the best course of action.
We were told there was a mechanism to raise it above the sea level, and I am presuming that it is this wand and not a natural mechanism.
We
Is
were
there
told
anything
there
else
was a
in the room?
mechanism to drain the castle.
Yeah. Is there anything else in the room, Ollie?
Not really. There's remains of some furniture where maybe like benches where some court aides might sit, but nothing of any note really.
They're like big blue button on the armor they're throwing that
No.
says push to drain
No
water.
big blue like arm control pad there. No.
Is there anything interesting about the bottom of the throne or anything like that?
It looks like it was once very plush.
No, do you mean like the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah, it not really. I mean, it's fine craft. Would have taken a lot of materials to make because this guy's 40 foot tall. But no, it seems like it's basically made into the room, to the stonework.
My assumption was if he sits there, the castle is like immerged, and when he's not, the castle is not immerged.
Did we hear from the tales whether this castle was originally above ground and then sank?
Yeah, it was originally above ground and then deliberately sunk so that their enemies wouldn't kill them. It was like we were going to take ourselves down so you can't take us down. Kind of thing. Which is why there isn't like proper preparation, like there's not a proper burial ground or anything like that because people just died. You know, it's why the doors aren't locked properly because it just fell. You know.
I guess there's only one thing for it. We take the
Yes.
wand.
Yes. Just allow me, before we do that, aid on you three. It is... I have ways of driving spectres off, so if it targets me first for taking the wand, then I can drive it off if necessary. For that reason, I propose that I try and remove the wand, unless anyone has any objection.
Be my guest.
Okay, Knight is going to go up to close to it, and just before like actually getting to the wand, I'm going to. He basically pulls out 3 little chess pieces, pawns, and basically just throws them around him, and says, "My lady, let us dance inside together." And 3 illusions appear around him. Okay, I am taking the wand.
So you have to climb up, which you can do for free.
Yeah.
Wait, is this not submerged?
Oh, I mean, you're right. Yeah, you can just swim up. It's heavy, but you can pull it from the king's hands and hold it in both hands. You don't see anything immediately. You don't hear anything immediately.
Well, that was a tiny bit anticlimactic. I feel like I've wasted my magical energies. The blessings of the lady, but
Hey, it's okay.
Right, well, raise the wand.
does it have a command word or anything?
You can give me an Arcana check to try and use the staff. There's a bit of time of you kind of wiggling it around, trying to understand it. Now, luckily, you've heard many legends of it and stuff, which gives you a little bit more understanding, and a bit of understanding on this place in general. And at one point, when you kind of point it kind of at the ground, kind of like you end up flipping it, just to see if you were holding it like the wrong way around, the tip glows a kind of skylight blue, and you hear a groaning and a rush as you can feel very quickly the whole structure rise. Water is kind of flowing out towards the doorway, and the castle is filled with sunlight as its windows get above the ground. And at that point, you can see
himself on something.
a giant, a giant that is clearly dead. They're a little more than a skeleton. They do have tattered remains of flesh and seemingly some kind of embalming wrapped around parts of their body, marching up to you while the water rushes out of the castle. Can you all roll me initiative, please?
Oh my god.
I wasted that flipping spell slot.
Oh no.
What do you mean wasted? It's still cast.
Yeah, but it's a minute. I mean, I presume that was like...
You tinkered with it for like half a minute. You still have mirror image.
Okay, good. I still have it. I still have something then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool
Nice.
roll, Indira.
Nice one, Ducks.
That means I'm actually going to keep track of the length of time, though, because so half a minute, so 30 seconds is going to be 5 rounds. So I actually keep track.
That's perfect. You know how Josh does it? He presses a 5 on one of the status indicators and ticks it down each round.
Oh yes.
I miss Josh.
Yeah, Josh actually the smart one, who actually knows what he's doing at any given time.
Yep, which I don't. So therefore, I'm
well,
just going to remember.
Exactly. That's why I'm
Doxy
here.
rolls a 2, gets worse than Gilwyn, who rolls a nat 1 and ends up on a 5. Get cooked, kiddo.
He's not fast.
Hey, Knight, why don't you start off by giving me a strength save?
Oh, great.
I can't see this giant.
It's quite a way down the hall.
Oh, yep, so it is.
You only saw it when the castle filled with light. And when you saw it, it's kind of pulling itself up from the ground as well. So it probably was always there.
Not very pleasant.
16 is just enough for you to hold your place as the water is rushing past you.
Oh no. See, this is why I said I anchor myself. I knew this shit was gonna happen.
Unfortunately, I was already like in the roll initiative, so you have to start your turn anchoring yourself. But what do you want to do, Knight? You are surrounded by duplicates of yourself.
Yep. Okay. Well, it looks like that's the friend I was anticipating. Feline agility, double my speed, 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh Lord, he going.
Indeedy. 70 feet. Because I'm pretty sure that's 60 feet and then move. Well, I might as well still. No, it's a bonus action. I'll leave it actually. I mean, I might as well just sort of take a dodge action just in case it can get to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next up is not the Squish. Squish is dead. Vale. Can you give me a strength save, please? You're good.
Hey.
What do you want to do? If you wanted to anchor yourself, I'd say you'd have to be within chain distance of a wall or structure or something.
Okay, cool. Because
I mean, I guess you could chain yourself to the ground, it just wouldn't be as effective.
This water's going to be leaking out for like a while. Maybe I won't move there then.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Maybe I just might.
Nobody cares for the forest anymore. How much movement would it take for me to get up on old Giant King's knee?
Logically, it's like 20 foot high.
Come here.
Yeah. And you're a swashbuckler,
40.
so if you, let's say 1 turn of movement, but give me an acrobatics check. It won't be a super hard one. It's just basically whether you fumble it.
I'm down.
Because you're a swashbuckler, you do jumps and athletics and stuff. You're fine. You can jump up on
Old Daddy's
Oregon's knee.
Would it be an action to anchor myself?
Yes. And I always imagine you were gonna like use your spike chain and like jam it into something.
Yeah. Or do I want to do that, or do I want to let me just check?
You take your time, love.
Sorry, doing it, Ian.
It's
Oh, that's not an Ian.
And we've just risen up into the glorious sunshine, and Bale will shake the water out of his hair and begin to.
You're still underwater.
It's fine. We see this. And Bale
Because he's worth it.
will
Yeah,
use
exactly.
Solar protection.
Hey, you cast Bless. Knight's probably out of range of that Bless.
Night is out of range,
You
and
can
it's
cast
up
Bless
to 3
on you
creatures,
three.
so all 3 of us. So,
Get fucked, Knight.
sorry, mate.
I always give aid to those 3 anyway, so basically they get all the buffs, I get nothing.
It's the life of playing a bard cleric.
You're the Vanguard. Right, there we are. Bless. And that is my action, so I have a bonus action, which I probably can't do anything with. I can hide from the water, right? I am my turn.
The ancient guardian sees Knight approach. Is going to dig its hands. It has an axe kind of hanging off the belt it has, but it's going to dig its hands into the ground, into one of the pillars. Just pull off a large hunk of rock, and is going to throw it at Knight. Knight, what's your AC?
Well, first we're going to roll a d20 for mirror image.
You're right.
It just hits a mirror image, which means the duplicate's AC is 14 because it's 10 plus my dex.
Okay. It hit a 13, so it just misses the lot of you. Funnily enough. Isn't that funny? And it is going to pretty much stay there in place, blocking the path. Gilwyn, you see Vale launch up. So castle raises, water floods out. Give me a strength save while I describe it. Vale launches up and casts light onto all of you, blessing you. Knight runs forward and gets a huge chunk of pillar thrown at him. And you are pulled.
You can add a d4 to that.
You're pulled. Let's make it a full 30 feet now. The water's rushing quite fast. Which is
Okay.
great. Everyone's like hunkering down, and Gillen's just. What?
I kind of wished I hadn't made that strength save. I could have got in range of a spiritual weapon if I'd have been pulled 30 feet towards it.
You can always choose to fail a save.
I might next turn, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I want to do? How big is this boy?
They're around 30 feet tall. They're huge size.
I've seen bigger. I haven't. Okay. And he is what away from me? Where's the ruler tool?
80 feet.
80 feet. Thank you very much.
You know, I hear that bone is a really brittle thing that
You're
shatters.
joking.
You're jerking.
You're joking.
Are you joking?
Holy shit, this is my favorite.
Max range. Shatter.
You should have seen the Stars Without Number show where most of us were doing American accents.
Oh god, yeah. You could have heard my bad American accent.
my
Mickey
God,
Trick,
I want
Mickey
more.
Trick is one of my favorite accents so far, and I don't think I could go back and do it now.
It's all on YouTube.
It's
so...
all on YouTube, yeah.
It was beautifully poor. To be fair though, we all rallied and we did it.
No, it was great. No, it was good.
Balls to the walls.
You know, got to put the effort in. It actually fails, so it does take the full damage of that. Kind of staggering back from the force. Some bone fragments splintering away, but not the full dramatic explosion you'd expect. There's still some stringy, embalmed flesh that kind of keeps this. It's more than just a skeleton.
I am
Keeps it
used to
together.
dramatic explosions.
Mm-hmm. Is that your turn?
That will do me.
Indira, give me a strength save, please. You can choose to fail.
No.
Okay, give me a strength save. You're fine.
Damn.
Okay.
dog, fine.
So I feel like the way you guys would see it is she like throws her, she Naruto swims. That's what she does. She throws her arms behind her and she starts kicking her feet, but there's like a trail of lightning behind her.
Yeah! Like a
And-
fucking
That's the
lightning
cannon run right there.
She comes up and takes a swing, I guess.
This isn't the skeleton that's attacking you, by the way.
Oh, it's not?
No. That
It's all
skeleton
the
hasn't
way in the
done
opposite
anything.
direction.
Skeleton that's attacking you is all the way down the hallway.
That's why Ollie asked if you wanted to fail it, because
The
Gil
water's
is
rushing
towards it.
to the left.
Wow. Well, I don't know if I'd be able to take the damage is the thing. So can I just retroactively?
It didn't damage him.
It doesn't damage, it's just movement.
Oh, it doesn't?
It's the rushing water pulling you towards the exit of the castle.
I'm
Take
so
it.
sorry.
That's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
If you want to
I don't forgive you, Doxy.
rewind, like we're
I don't
playing
either.
Amateur Magic the Gathering.
I just don't remember where I was. Is the thing. I don't remember where
Like
I was.
there.
You were there.
You know what, Ollie? You move me to where I
That
go.
sounds
if I
close
choose
enough.
to fail.
If you choose to fail, you go 1, 2, all the way down there.
Okay. Now let's see.
Now there's the skeleton, the undead, the hall crawler. It's not quite a mummy. It's close though.
Where the hell is my ruler?
It is the circle with a little ruler.
Yeah, there it
in.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Excuse me. Can you boys be a little more behaved? Now I have a blinking light in the bottom
Sorry.
of my Zoom window.
Sorry, sir.
Fucking
he-
flirting.
yeah,
Not
he
even
just
using
flirts
Twitch
it.
chat to flirt.
Sorry.
If you're gonna
We
flirt,
were
do it for everyone's
We
amusement.
were flying, to be fair.
Noted. I will do that.
Dean started it. I'm sorry.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna get as close as I can. So. 1, 2, 3.
Now he's disrobing.
Shitting me.
Oh, hi there.
Yeah, this is all I can or care to do.
Okay, you end your turn. Good. Just in time.
Oh,
For the
Oh my
others.
god, there's more?
Of course there is.
What the? Oh my god. You pulled the wool over my eyes.
Ah!
None of you went
Wait a
forward
minute.
far
They've
enough.
not got glowy eyes. It's okay. They're not dangerous. Maybe.
You did notice the difference. Indira, your AC is 16, right? The this skeleton will run up and try to attack at you with it's just like a sort of. And this actually is straight up skeleton. There's some bloated flesh remains where maybe it got trapped in a place where it didn't get eaten away by gazillion fish. But it's just trying to attack you with just a chunk of pillar and just swings. Goes over your head. It does get a second attack,
Okay.
which is a hit
Okay.
for 13 bludgeoning.
Oof.
Are you raging
Okay.
right now?
Yeah, she did. She did start raging, and she still Naruto swam.
Nothing like watching Indira get boned.
Then your
Skeleton.
you take half of that.
And then Dale takes the other half.
Psychic damage.
This skeleton over
Empty
here is going to
jar.
take a chunk of wall and throw it at Indira, which is going to miss, kind of explode on the wall behind your head.
Terrified right now.
Hell yeah, you got giant skeletons throwing shit at you.
Yeah, 3
Nice.
of them is bad news, Bears.
Is this another strength save, or am I good
Mhm.
now?
Yes, please take a strength save at the start of all your turns. Like, might forget.
Well, I'm actually going to do it this time because I'm probably going to fail now, but
That's it. You're good.
my consistency this game, I've rolled a 20 and I've rolled 2 14s and 3 16.
You've pointed it out now.
And now next one's going to be a nat 1, yeah, obviously.
What was that?
Doppler effect.
Where the tired.
4,
I
5.
haven't slept much lately.
You should get some good sleepies in.
Yeah, I should.
Been having sleep issues too. I feel you.
I've had a little bit, but you know what's been good? Minecraft with the lads.
I need to play that. Maybe we should play it one time, Ollie.
You might have to ask Lad Prime, also known as William.
Lad
Knight, what are you doing? Sorry,
I am,
went entirely off track.
Do I? No, I'm not going to do that just yet. I am going to spiritual weapon the dice cup. I'm going to have it appear behind this one, so like opposite Indira, so I can get an advantage from the attack roll.
Blorp. And you know what? Let me give you control of this one. Controlled by.
Yay.
It wants to autofill my name because Google Chrome. Controlled by Ocean in the Night.
The Ghost Dice Cup of Doom!
It never saw it coming. Mostly because it doesn't have eyes.
That's a crap roll!
That's absolute primo garbo.
But that's my bonus action, so for my main action, I'm just going to... what am I going to do? Oh, I have a shatter at 3rd level. I am going to 3rd level shatter the big boss in the back.
Copycat.
Yep. Literally.
Hi!
Ding, what are you doing?
He's fiddling with Vale's face. Continue. It fails. Holy heck. Taking that full damage as well. And you actually, like, as it stumbles from that one as well, it does roar out something in giant. But none of you understand. It just goes through the holes. Sounds frustrated.
That ends my turn.
Vale, give me a strength save, please. With advantage, because you anchored yourself.
Yay!
Vale is...
Did I anchor myself or did I bless?
You did both. Oh no! The call just died. We have an emergency. I didn't break it. This is actually 100% Scott's fault. I know Scott isn't here, but it is his fault. I would like that to be known. Give us a moment. Blame Scroat. Scroat Davis. Alright. I'll move you on the fly. Where were we? Vale's turn. Yay.
I'm Indira now. Fuck yes.
No.
I'm Gilwyn again.
This is
Quickly
not
get
a
naked
good
and look in the
timeline.
mirror.
Right,
I wanted to become Ollie, damn it.
That's
Right,
not
what was
possible.
I
am
say?
right now.
Did I anchor myself or did I bless instead?
Is bless a full action or a bonus action?
Full action.
Then you didn't anchor yourself. You blessed. Okay.
You blessed, boy. You blessed.
Let me see what this rolls. 15. I'm happy with that.
I'm Knight, the Tabaxi Bard / cleric.
Slash
Yeah.
cleric.
Slash cleric.
Yeah, slash cleric.
I rolled a
Slash flip.
That's a fail. Just give me a sec.
That's a fail?
Yeah.
Oh,
You got
no.
an entire giant's palace worth of water crashing down on you.
I should have.
So basically, the fact that I've rolled 2 16s on that means I'm just ridiculously lucky today, apparently.
I wouldn't say ridiculously. I like playing God. There we go. Swoosh. You get. So I like you spent the last turn like climbing up to this place, like getting the right in the light of the sun, and then you just immediately get launched off of it and washed down. What do you want to do, Vale?
That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Vale draws his longbow, strings the bow, knocks a acid arrow, takes aim at the boy at the back.
The hall crawler himself.
The glowy eye boy. And he will shoot that boy.
You know what? That can be a problem for later. That's a hit.
I should have added my. And so this will be acid damage.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? Good idea, because a normal arrow most likely would have bounced off. You probably would hit one of the joints in like the arms or so, because you don't want to go for the center of mass. And you see the acid immediately start to burn away the embalming wraps that hold it all together, coated in giant runes, and sort of the consistency of all the ligaments starting to sort of slack and loosen before it has to actually manually like pull its ligaments like back up and the tendons back into functioning order. And I don't think it's happy about it.
Good.
Good.
It's turn. Let me just read. Let me just try and remember the alphabet.
A, B, C.
Does anyone know where Finger of Death is in the alphabet?
Oh my god, no. Please don't finger of death me. Daddy?
That's for later tonight.
Excuse me.
Okay. It's a bit way away.
You're getting your willy out, Neil. That's what it looks like. You said excuse me and then looked down.
Yes, that is what happened. I will agree. It's going to throw another rock at night.
Oh, thank god. I thought it was legitimately about to finger of death me.
Which is going to hit.
Is it, though? Yes, it's going to hit. Go on, I only used to roll above a 6.
Oh, that is perfectly hilarious. And that's what I said. You were cocky. You got cocky.
I was cocky and I got cocked for it.
Overconfidence. So that's 29 bludgeoning damage as a whole chunk of pillar is thrown completely at you, crunching you up against the ground, sending you rolling for a few feet before eventually kind of being pulled away by the pull of water. And then it kind of chuckles and will actually pull itself back around the corner out of sight.
You know, that's called a problem.
Yeah.
Gilwyn!
Okay.
Aye, little problem there.
It's me, Gilwyn.
Next character Dean plays, little halfling woman with that voice. Make it happen.
My name's
I've
Wilbur.
met her. Her name is Dina.
Arts and crap.
I don't want to remember that stream.
Hello.
What does Gilwyn Gallagher want to do? Give me a strength save. That's what he's going to do.
Oh. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hello. Goodbye.
You go under the skeleton's legs.
Right where I
enough.
want it to be. I didn't want to be there.
And straight up, the skeleton's like attacking Indira, and like Indira's squaring off angrily, and Gilwyn flies under its legs, screaming probably, being pulled by the rushing water. Makes me very happy.
I'm out of Bardic Inspiration. I'm out of Soul Mender slots. I'm running out of spell slots.
Maybe that spells bad news.
Okay, sorry, Ollie. I am going to. Fuck yes, I'm going to. I'm gonna do it so hard. Watch this, everyone. Where's my ruler?
Are you about to thunder wave?
Yeah.
And because it's so tall, it only hits the legs and it just goes
What?
right into its ass.
As I'm going through it, I'm gonna tense up and thunder wave.
Yeah.
Use my last 3rd level spell.
Oh.
Is this gonna hurt me?
No, because he can choose basically where around him it happens. So
It fires out my pelvis. Front.
Yes, but Constitution save.
Yes.
What's your DC?
15.
Don't worry, it fails. I need to find a new dice for these giants because they are not rolling appropriately on Constitution saves. Their best stat.
Because I'm under him, does he get pushed into the air?
Like, yeah, right? He has to. That is the only thing that makes sense.
He's gonna fly up and then drop down and break his shin and collapse down and like.
Yeah. Awesome. Takes good damage. Unfortunately, it's a giant skeleton. Which one of those bones is nearly as thick as... Well, it is as thick as Gilwyn because he's a skinny lad.
I can't click on me to move. Oh, I know why.
You were trying to use the ruler, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I'm going to move one more space like that. And I'm going to be a happy boy about it and then my turn.
Indira.
Let's go.
That's a hit.
That's what I like to hear. That is not what I like to roll, though.
Yeah, it's a little sad.
All right. Well, luckily,
Extra
I have an
attack.
extra attack.
Yeah. That's also a big last hit. And better damage.
That's better.
And fails dex save, taking 6 damage.
Feel good.
With like one round of swinging away at this creature, which is much more defenseless than normal because Gilwyn just kind of bomped it into the ceiling. It's being whittled away, but it's still, it's these vast giant, they're huge creatures. It's definitely, the bones are cracked, they're barely hanging together. But there's a lot of fighting that you're going to need to get them down. Next up is the skeleton itself, which is going to swing once at Gilwyn. And miss.
Thank you.
Just go.
Thank you,
Luckily, you were flying away. And once at Indira, which is going to hit.
Okay.
Indira.
For 13 bludgeoning damage.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Gilwyn.
Oh.
You get hit twice. First attack deals 11 bludgeoning.
Minus 11.
Second attack deals 13 bludgeoning.
I'm unconscious, ladies and gentlemen.
We just see Gilwyn disappear behind all these bony skeletons, and then you just see like thud, thud, maybe like, oh!
Yeah, you can't even see him anymore.
And X gonna give it to you plays in the background.
Just kicks him.
Do you know the little like circles that appear when you click your token?
Yeah.
The two leftmost are giving the skeleton googly eyes.
They are! They really are. Can I show chat that? I can. Look at that. That's magical.
That's why I laugh, not because I'm almost dead.
Well, you know. Knight, can you give me a strength save, please?
Yep. Here's where I fail. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, under the skeleton.
Okay.
Right under its...
Yeah, right under it, exactly.
Yeah, it's right under its bone.
Okay, firstly, the spiritual weapon is going to continue beating on the one that
Such
Indira is
skill.
attacking.
I love it.
That's a hit. It's good damage. The spiritual
and
weapon is a credit to the team.
It is the dice cup of doom is a very it hits far better than I do most of the time.
Yeah.
Very true.
Knight is going to just stay like under the skeleton on the basis that if it's trying to attack between its own legs, it's going to have more trouble.
The closer you are to danger,
The further you are from harm.
I kind of can't argue with that logic for especially an undead skeleton. Yeah.
Actually, what he's going to do. I'm going to invoke duplicity. So what it looks like, Knight throws out just an extra card for an extra illusion, and then because he's already got the mirror images like swirling around him, and then one of them just goes off and walks across to like here, as if it's like separate from the rest.
Yeah.
And that ends my turn.
And that ends my turn.
And I'm probably now
end
going to
my
get killed
turn.
anyway, but...
Eraveo, can you give me a strength save, please?
no, I'd like to fail it and slide in that direction.
Hell yeah! Sliding is cool.
Sliding is cool. 30 feet, yeah?
Yep. Did it for you.
Ha. Thanks.
I am the one who wets. Because it's water.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Okay. Let's not do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! That's fine. Let's move to there. And once again, I'm gonna draw a acid arrow and shoot that boy.
That guy you were attacking before is no longer in sight.
Yeah. I mean
The
once
closest
again, but on the Sorry.
I thought so. I just wanted to double check. That's a hit.
And sneak attack.
Oh, you like Indira strikes low, you strike high, the skeleton topples, and all at once, like all the parts kind of burst and gonna get carried down with the water.
Nice. And Vale will switch. He'll put the longbow away, pull out Old Faithful and the Comet Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can as part of your Wield Master.
Yep. Do you end your turn?
I end my turn.
Thank you.
Hello, kitten.
Bam.
Say hello to my little friend.
And he's
Hello,
going
it's
Oh, Morning.
cast.
That's range.
Always out of range. It's just gonna sort of the hall crawler is just gonna kind of get in that position, pull the giant axe off its belt, and kind of wait for one of you to try and go under it. Gilwyn. You failed your strength save, and can you give me a death save, please?
Yes.
A death save?
It's 1 point of death.
No!
Your boy's
got
gonna
blessed,
die.
though.
Boy's
You got
gonna
blessed.
die.
You can add a D4.
That's true, you can add a d4.
Oh,
Do
well.
it. Do it.
But I want to play that halfling.
Well,
Don't worry,
still a
guys. I
point of
rolled
death.
1.
Why? Why would you do this to me?
Hey, no, being at 1 is terrible because rolling a 1 on a death save is 2 points of death. So you have a 1 in 20 chance of just dying next turn if no one gets you
Oh
up.
my god.
Indira, with Vale shooting an arrow at the skeleton you were fighting, you now see the Guardian guarding the exit as Gilwyn's lifeless body is floating off that way in a trail of blood, and Knight doing some illusion trickery under one skeleton. Can you please give me a strength save? Unless you want to fail and kind of slide off in that direction.
This is Ace. I like this, Ollie. I like it.
It's a cool idea, isn't it?
I would like to fail and get to Gilwyn as fast as I can.
5, 6. Okay.
All right. And he can take the attack of opportunity or whatever, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna swim round to the other side of Gil.
That's going to be 2 attacks of opportunity against you. One immediately completely misses, and the other also completely misses. You're good. They're striking their weapons, hitting the walls as you manage to swim and slide under. You're
I am
good.
going to save Gil. Can I save
Do
Gil?
you have a potion to give him?
No, I thought that I could just help him up.
You can give him you have a medicine check.
All right.
It has a chance to either stabilize or completely get them up, but it also has a chance to do nothing or make it worse.
All right. Well, I'm sorry in advance, Dean, if this is terrible, but
That's okay.
it's the best chance that I have now. Oh,
That stabilized. I imagine you go and catch him, and just quickly wrap the bandages away so he doesn't lose all his blood in the water, and enough to sort of feel him stabilize to a degree. He's gonna be unconscious until he's healed.
I'm gonna actually, if I can, drag him off. How many feet did I move
Yeah,
here?
it's double movement to drag him, but that's fine because you're still, you know.
Okay. Whoa, wrong. I can go to here, I'm pretty sure, but I would drag him further away.
You can drag him down that way. You could also move him behind you, essentially.
Yeah, he would be behind
Out of
me.
danger. Cool. I get you. Okay, that's your turn. Gilwyn temporarily saved. Skeletons. Well, one skeleton.
Death saves reset overnight, right? Or a long rest.
They reset when you're stabilized.
Right, okay.
So you'll reset.
Oops, shit. I clicked death saves, ignore this.
Maybe
Why
I
can't I
won't.
just cancel? I succeeded anyway.
No, you can't cancel because it already sent it off to the rolling committee.
Take that faith.
Mr. Skeleton, sorry, my brain kind of fucked up, can see Vale there, and it can see a fake knight, so it's going to stumble over here and attack that fake knight, which does nothing because it's an illusion, and it's going to attack it again, which does nothing because it's an illusion.
Oh, I love Knight.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going. Knight was as Gil got washed away. Knight suddenly realized and was like, and then sees Indira go and grab him. It's like, okay, and just and is just going to pull out the rapier and stab up into the skeleton. I have advantage because it's next to my duplicate.
Yes. Also, you're attacking its sensitive part.
Yes, as I am.
Toxic.
Hey! That's a great hit.
And
The magical blade just pierces through bone when you swim and stab up.
Spiritual weapon is going to be normal rolling at this point, isn't it? Because I'm not technical. Actually, I can.
You can move it to basically give it advantage because we're kind of being a little fucky because you're going.
Yeah,
under
I can move it
skeletons,
there, and then if I move there.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You can give it advantage. I'll allow it. That's a hit.
Keeping up those good hits. Wow.
I mean, ew.
Well, it's damage.
Okie dokie. Veil.
Let's see. 30 feet.
Can you give me a strength save, please?
I'm a failure. I'm a slide that.
Into this skeleton that just realised something's below it and is like.
Would I get advantage in this position?
I will allow it right now. Yeah.
I mean, if you'd rather, I'll just take a step back.
It's fine.
Cool.
We're being a little cheeky. We're playing fast and loose today.
As he goes through, you know the old.
One each side.
Yeah. What's it? He does it. Mary does it, I think. Or no, Eowyn does it.
Loki also does it.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't Legolas do it at some point? I feel like.
Everyone with 2 weapons does that.
Yeah.
Okay. Way to make him feel even less original.
Wow.
But he was rewarded anyway.
Get punk.
Oh. This is why this campaign lasted so long without any extra damage dealers before we got Indira, because he just does so much.
Someone get me the flex tape.
You go through, and your blade just cleaves through one of the thing's legs, just bone shards everywhere.
Is it still alive?
Yes.
Oh, come on, Old Faithful. End this boy. End this boy.
It's a hint.
It's a 4. Oh, it's the 1! He's charging a lot. He did a lot of 4s last session.
The giant skeleton guardian will see Indira launch past it and will point, and giant runes appear floating around you. And
prepare for judgment.
Can you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Me?
Yes, Indira.
You say Indira? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said Neil at first. It just sunk.
I may have, who knows, but it is meant to be Indira.
Save your -2 Constitution mods.
Doxy's just thinking about me.
You don't immediately know what
Always,
happens,
Neil.
but you see the creature get larger. But actually you get smaller. You are shrunk.
Oh.
Reduce! That's such a rare spell to see actually used. Reduce side, at least.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's going to run forward and attack at night.
Roll d20 first.
Yeah, I always forget that, so...
It is
free.
attacking a duplicate, so 14 AC.
And guess what? It misses it. I like to imagine like one of the duplicates just like runs off and it like swings at it.
So wait, it's twice it's gone for duplicates and missed their 14 AC.
But
and
hit you once.
It hit me with
which
the
is a
18
very
AC.
Ian thing to happen in
It's
general.
so me, yeah.
Gilwyn, you're unconscious, but you're
Yes.
being pulled by the water. Indira, can you give me a strength check with disadvantage to hold on to him? It's got disadvantage because you've been shrunk down.
I'm tiny.
You've been shrunk
Okay.
down, and because Indira was already small, so you're like 2 and a bit foot right now.
Oh,
Gilwyn starts going.
you're basically
No!
surfing on Gilwyn's corpse.
I would definitely keep a hold of him.
You
I
just
don't
want to
know.
sail with him.
Like, yeah.
She's like a borrower.
I'll allow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And there's just Knight and Vale watching them like sail out the door with two skeletons.
Yeah. We're just like,
Indira, it's your turn. Holding on to Gilwyn. Being pulled
Indira,
away by the rushing water.
Suddenly you hear in your mind, "Leave me alone. I'm useless. Go fucking fight."
You're
But if
you're
I
unconscious.
roll
All it
that-
takes is a
Then you'll be.
rough splat.
All right. Well, I'm not exactly useful in there either, to be honest. But
Do what you want to do. Ignore my advice because I'm unconscious.
Exactly.
Alright,
He can't give you
so-
help, no Mal.
fine.
Hold
Bells
on,
used to
hold
clean up all
on.
your messes.
it's true. You do way more damage than me, which is.
Well, I mean, rogues are meant to like be insane DPS, so
Washback.
Source Buckler, especially.
yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully my damage isn't also reduced.
It is.
Cool.
It is the damage. It was reduced by. You're not within great axe range there, because diagonals.
My fault. I still
Uh,
I had 5 feet left. Is
that's
that?
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
That's a hit. You do need to roll me a d4 because your damage is reduced by a
Oh my
d4
God.
every attack.
D4.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it's
enlarged but in
reduced by a
reverse.
D4.
Yeah, it's reduced by a d4.
Okay, cool.
So
Oh,
8 damage.
yeah.
All right, and then again.
Take this, monster. You're going down.
That's a hit. Roll a d4.
Yeah, man.
This is the one where you roll that 4. Oh,
Oh, you know, it could have been worse. And why don't we
then
take? Oh,
my D6.
Your d6. You're right. Yeah.
Do I do a D4 for this one too?
I don't think it's size related.
This is
Unless
not
it
weapon.
is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not.
it's
This is
weapon
weapon
attack.
damage.
Okay.
So why don't we take a quick break? Continue the combat after we've all urinated. We'll be back after that.
Nice.
Yeah.
8 out of 8.